Hello and then welcome to the beginning of our web accessibility course. Okay. So in this slide, I'll be talking about web accessibility and then some factors to consider. So from the site w3.org, they define web accessibility as that's website tools and then technologies that are designed and then developed so that people with disability can use them. Okay, so more specifically, they are looking at perceivable, operable, understandable, and then robust. Okay, but let me talk about this first. First, so to contribute to the web. Okay, so just so people will be able to contribute to the web, not only access but also contribute to the web, you have to make sure that your website is accessible. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the perceivable. Okay, so with perceivable, we are looking at ways for which your users will be able to perceive certain components in your or of your website or your web service. So you might want to introduce alternative text, okay, for images. You might want to um, bring some form of auditory, that's hearing capabilities in your website so that people with diverse background or diverse form of issues will be able to have access to your content. Okay, so with operable, we are trying to talk about if your website, okay, does the interface components, are they able to be accessed with ease? So will your users be able to navigate through your page or your digital content with ease? Okay, you might want to consider things just as do you does the is it the mouse? Is it only the mouse or the keyboard is the only device that your user can use to access your web content? There might be other options you might want to look into so that your user will be able to access your web content. Not only the mouse or the keyboard, you might try to use screen readers. You might also try to use speech to text, okay, services, translation services, and the likes. Okay, and then you wouldn't want to use things like, should I say, I think persons with epilepsy, okay, they have some form of seizure when it comes to lightning. Okay, so I think blinking of images or, yeah, images or lights, okay, can cause some form of seizures in persons with epilepsy. You might want to read more about that so that it gives you some information as to how to go about this. Also, we have understandable. Okay, so with this, we are trying to talk about whether the text and then other components of your web interface or your digital content is understandable, that's readable. Can people actually understand whatever you are trying to convey? Okay, so you might want to provide them with options that's such as clarity of text, some form of translation, um, um, also backing images with some form of text, okay, so that people will be able to relate with the images. It's not every text that people can actually relate with. Okay, so let's say a text is in a different language. Can someone understand that language? Okay, so having an image to back that text can help the person understand what you're trying to convey. So lastly, we have robust. Okay, so with robust, we are looking at your web content. Okay, um, if it will be able to be robust enough so that various user agents and then assistive technologies will be able to um, have access to them to be able to make sure that your web content is in line with certain accessibility features, not now but also in the future. So compatibility is also something that you might want to look at. So make sure that your web technology that are using are robust enough so that in the present and then in the future they wouldn't give issues to your users. Okay, so compatibility issues should be well taken care of. Okay, so thank you, and then I'll see you in the next lesson. Okay, thank you.